Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and Black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Oh,
Yo, how's it going?
it's going pretty good, my brother. What about yourself?
Oh, all right. Not too bad. I can't complain.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I'm sitting here enjoying your trailer with Amanda Thick. And I'm sorry, just something about when you fuck a girl through her, torn lips just make the scene so fucking hot.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I like that. I think it's underutilized. I think that's something that should be done a lot more. You know what I mean? Everybody just like so used to just all the clothes being off. Like there's so much you can come up with in between and so many good things where it's just like, yeah, like half of the clothes are off, maybe a little something's on, but make it sexy.
Yeah. I was just talking to somebody about that. Like even when I did shoots and I had girls that came through, I told them, I said, sometimes the scene you might go completely nude. Majority of the time you probably won't. It'll probably be the tits pulled out, the dress pulled up, and she still got the heels on, because I actually did a scene similar to that also. And she wasn't doing no yoga, no shit like that. But
Wow.
yeah, but that shit, it's just the image and the look of it, it looks hot.
Yeah, it does. Like I even like when the girls got the schoolgirl outfit,
Mm-hmm.
I like when they leave the bottom on.
Yeah.
It's something about it like that look, something different. It's just I don't know. It just has a different glow to it, if you will.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, to me, that what porn was that we came up in. You feel what I'm saying? And
Right.
because it like this, for example, if we supposed to be doing a scene where, let's say, I'm the boss, the girl is the secretary, we supposed to be at work. We ain't got time to get completely fucking nude.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. Like I like believability too in the scene. Like so if you have a title, a description and okay, this is what it is, and okay, and you have it going on in the scene, the more you can capture that title within that scene that you're doing, the better I feel the look in the cell. Because you're actually, and that's why I try to do as much as I can. I'll come up with titles. I try to make it scripted towards what is actually going on. I mean, a lot of that stuff be gonzo too. You might come up with some little BS title. I'm just keeping it real and run with it. It gets repetitive because the challenge I've run into that the more scenes you have, the more difficult it is with the title if you're not putting more into that scene, especially if it's gonzo.
See, thank you for saying that. Because that was the thing that I was saying many of my shows, is that you don't want to bore your fans. So it's kind of like especially if you film a lot, you have to come up with ideas and spice it up and eventually tap into role play and do scenarios and shit like that. Because you filming so fucking much, you don't want the people that subscribe and feeling like same scene, different bitch.
Right. Exactly. Even if you got the same one, do something different. Give them something different.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. So look, let me do these particulars, man, and we can get this thing on the road, okay, my brother?
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone trying to start their own podcasting career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get yourself a profile and get started today. I'm your host, Kavanaugh, Southern Champ, a.k.a. the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. I have 3 wonderful sponsors to tell you about. The first one being the Facebook of the LS community, lsworld.com. Go there today and get yourself a profile. Next up is the hottest new magazine on the market today. I'm talking about Eroticism Magazine. So go to eroticismmagazine.com. Get yourself a monthly subscription. Get it paperback or get it digital. Either way, get it and check out some of the hottest ladies from around the world doing some freaky ass shit. Also, last but not least, but black owned, I'm talking about excitebunny.com for you consumers. A new place for you to get your porn and see some of the hottest content creators, porn stars, sex workers, wherever you want to put yourself on the gamut. You get to see them do some freaky stuff in a new spot. And guess what? No restrictions. So they get to post whatever the fuck they want. So you can find whatever you want. And for you content creators, 100% profit. They also offer healthcare. And like I said previously, you ain't got to worry about getting booted off. Whatever you want, whatever nasty fantasy you got, you can put up there. You ain't got to worry about getting kicked off. So whether you're a consumer, whether you're a content creator, get a profile on excitebunny.com. Proud member. We are a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. Also, while you're there, get some shopping done from over 500 black-owned retailers and shops. So go to shopgwdistrict.com. Buy black, support black businesses, build the black economy, and create generational wealth. Also, check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com, as well as the BG app on SGP Radio. So I'm about to show up and let this legendary dude that I've been hearing about, and I've been waiting to get on my damn podcast, introduce himself.
Yeah. How's it going, man? Yeah, so I go by the name Chris Cardio. I'm out of Las Vegas, out here on the West Coast, as most people would call it. Yeah, I'm here, I've been coming to make my path, pave my way, do my thing,
Yeah. Well, shit, man. Make your path. Motherfucker, you been blazing the path. What you talking about? We fuck roses on my goddamn show, dude. You been getting my brother.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate that, V. Yeah, I've been, I'm a sponge, so I like to see what's going on and find my way to fit in where I like to do my thing and implement what I like into the game, and try to be a help, not a hurt. Didn't come here to be problematic. Didn't come in here to be for the drama. I come to have good energy with great people, like-minded people, get paid, have a good time, and because that's the key right there. Time. We don't what would happen tomorrow, the next day. So when you wake up, that's already a win. So you put your best foot forward, do your thing, make your sings, get your check on your business, as long as you like what you're doing, no matter what it is, as long as you enjoy what you're doing, and especially if you get paid for it, oh man, that's the best thing in the world.
Now before we get into the interview, because I know you live in Vegas, and one of my co-hosts for our wonderful show, the Marie Daily Report, I swear she just boasts about you so much.
That's my buddy right there.
She was saying, that's my homie. I said, look, we're going to get you on her show one day. So y'all can chop it up since y'all nearby each other. We're going to get you on her show.
Yeah.
So everything, bro. And she's good, and y'all look good together, working together.
Yeah, I love Marie to death. Like, that's somebody like that I have her back. Like, that's my partner right there. Like, if she need anything or anything go on, all she got to do is hit me. She know it. Like, I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, Marie Daily is one of the best people I've ever met in this industry. Like, the thing about her is she's real. She's true to herself. Like, there's no gray. It's black. You either like her or you don't. But if you don't, usually that's on you because she's so sweethearted. Like she got a good heart, and I
Yeah.
respect her. I respect her a lot. Like that's my partner right there.
Yeah, yeah. She
Mm-hmm.
until I said I'm gonna be interviewing. She was like, "Oh, that's my homie." I said,
Yeah, yeah.
So man,
Mm-hmm.
so now let's begin at the beginning. How did Chris Cardio get into this business?
Okay, so I would say, so a couple crazy things went on where I was trying to find myself. So I like to ride motorcycles too, right? So some people know and some people don't know. I had gotten into a motorcycle accident, not doing no dumb shit. It was just bad luck, riding with my friends and a situation occurred and I ended up breaking my leg. I broke my femur completely in half.
Damn.
So I had to get a titanium rod put in my leg. So I don't know if some people notice my left side, you might see a couple marks from my hip down and then near my knee. That's because I have a whole titanium rod in my leg from the accident. So I had to learn how to walk all over again, you know. Yeah. So how I actually got in from there, I was going through some things, but I ran into a girl by the name of Juicy Jasmine. She's a BBW.
Yes, I know
And
that name. Yes.
okay, yeah. So I end up asking her about the business, and she sort of like, kind of like took me under her wing a little bit and showed me a couple things on how it go. And you know, pretty much once I learn anything or I get the idea of how something works, I can give it a shot. One thing's for sure is this is not for everybody. Like I had to learn that quick. Like when my first scene, like, whoa, this is a whole different monster. Like everybody can say, like, oh, I can do this. Oh, that ain't nothing. I can.
Who,
Yeah,
who,
yeah,
who,
yeah.
who did you shoot with?
Um, I shoot with. Man, I'm so sorry. The
You
girl
probably
name
know
on top of my head. She's from
who.
overseas though, huh?
Because well, your first shoot was with a complete professional, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
And
yeah,
even
because
my first AVN, I shot with a few professionals. Matter of fact, brother, my first AVN, I had the opportunity to shoot with Laura Jensen.
damn, I'm jealous of you.
Yeah, scenes with her. But yeah, I had the opportunity to shoot with Laura Jensen. Right. Now I'm
So
gonna give you
she,
something deeper. I'm gonna give you drop one right here in your podcast, right?
go ahead.
A lot of people don't know. Some people know if you know, Allure is very big on the military and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
What I didn't know was she used to work on the same base with my mom, and probably seen her on a few occasions through the chow hall. So that was crazy in itself, knowing like, oh wow, you used to up on the base because But yeah, Alora is like super dope, like one of the pioneers of the game.
See, little tidbit stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
helps you because it gives you camaraderie with the person. And see, also, what you're speaking to is the old school way of how we got in the business. You got ushered in. And that's what's
Right,
missing now, period. You had to be ushered in, either because it was close knit, like a sorority. We
right,
just couldn't jump in or what have you. And so
right.
with your first shoot, how did your first shoot go?
Um, I would say just to be so honest, good and bad to me personally. For
Mine
one,
too.
because I'm
Mine
I'm
too.
very constructive criticism. I can take it, but I'm also hard on myself because like I don't like to be good. I like to be great. Like I
Yeah.
know there's no such thing as perfect, but I want to damn near get as close as you can to it. And all the way around the board, that comes from um being on time, um being ready to work, uh character, how you carrying yourself, being a gentleman, uh, all the way till you leave out the door. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, but back to what you're saying, yeah, that first one, boy, it was something. I was like, oh man, shit.
Yeah, man, because it was, because with mine, yours was a little bit more pressure because you was on straight up set.
Right.
Mine, I was working with a professional, but it was my set. So I can imagine your pressure was way worse than mine.
Yeah, it was a little something different, and then the whole ride there to the place, and then like, oh shit, really, you know,
Yeah. Oh
it's
my
crazy.
goodness. So of course, so you came in the game doing paid gigs. Or was that a
About yeah, a
content
little bit,
trade?
more. No, I actually came in doing content trade. Then I worked my way to paid gigs. So I got in exactly like late 17. I don't know if I want to say fucking May or something. I'm not sure, April, May or something like that. But I know for sure I I, I got in 2017. Yeah.
So
So.
shoot, so you was already filming your own content, plus you was getting
hmm
paid gigs. So
hmm
so which was first, the paid or the content?
No, the content,
Okay.
because I have to. One thing I noticed, and like I say, I like to be real or nothing at all. When you're new, you have to kind of get opportunity to prove yourself, and women will. And I would consider that from on the women's side. If a woman was talking, that would
Yeah.
be like risk taking.
Mm-hmm.
That's their time, their money, where they could have maybe, if there's a paid gig or just a professional, a seasoned talent where they know they're going to get good work. So they're going to get worthy content for their money because they know how their fans are. They're running their business. They don't got time to play. But the more scenes you got, and like people talk, like they'll say if you're like, oh, okay, yeah, work with such and such. You know. So I always strive myself to be a gentleman, respectful. I care about how they feel, and I try to just make sure I do good work. But once I start getting more shoots, even at the
Mm-hmm.
Allure one, uh, I started to pick up more, people wanting to work with me and different opportunity to the point where I started getting more paid gigs. Like there's so many things I have out there, but I don't have that's out there with me, should I say, on it
Mm-hmm.
because they're paid scenes, and I would like pride myself behind it because I like to know that hey, I want to work with Chris because he does good work and you know like even if you're an asshole, some assholes still because on that
Yeah.
when they're on, they're like super good.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you good at what you do, they'll put it with your bullshit.
Yeah, they're gonna put up with your bullshit because they know they're gonna get that quality work, and
Yeah.
that's what it's about, giving that quality work.
Because with you being on both sides of the fence, because you do the paid gigs with the
Mm.
major companies, as well as doing your own content, with you picking the girls that you shoot with, I'm pretty sure you way more particular than the average dude would be, because you also take into your account your brand and how you stepped in the game in many ways.
Right, exactly. Like I noticed, I'm one of the few. Like me, if you see, like for example, on my mini vids, right?
Yeah.
I it's, I consider my thing a buffet, and I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
why I say that. I work with BBWs. I work with every race. You know what I'm saying? I work with skinnier women, curvier women. I am straight male talent, but I don't. You're not gonna come to my shit and just see all BBWs because I'm a
Yeah.
BBW guy. No, I like thicker women. I like BBWs, but I'm not a BBW guy. Like that's my only thing. I like thinner women. You're not gonna come and look and see a bunch of just skinny women on there. No, I don't just like skinny women. That would be a lie. So I represent real. I represent like authentic. Like I like different variety of women. Like that. I don't know. I just think differently than some other people will.
Oh no, because you're
You know.
supposed to expand your repertoire. Like I see you shot with
Yeah.
Pink Candy. I see you shot with Luna Lark.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to her. I've seen you shoot with Skinny, BBW, black, white, all of them.
Yeah, Asian, Latina, yeah, milk.
Because,
The whole, you know.
I'm gonna ask you this: because you are mainstream, does that help you run the gamut? Because, like in my situation, like I hollered at a skinny girl back in the day, and she'll look at my shit, and it just so happens the main girls I could work with was BBW. And it was because I wasn't a mainstream talent, producer, anything like that. So I had to work what was available to me. You feel where I'm coming from? But because it was mainly BBWs, a lot of the girls was like, oh, I don't want to be beside a BBW, or, oh, they seem like just the only one that you had worked with. So do you think that you doing the paid gigs and working with the major companies, where you was probably working with the smaller girls, kind of helped you be able to run the gamut with the type females without running into that, where it seems like, oh, you got this white girl, so you sure you want to shoot with a black girl?
Right. Yeah, I make sure I mix it up, because behind all that is a message. It with me being a talent, it shows like this is a business. You know what I mean? I can see if this was like porn personal life, and you could only put out what you personally were about in real life. You know what I mean? Like I you know what I mean? I like all that in real life. That's why I put it out there myself, but everybody doesn't live by that code. I actually do. So I'm working with different, and then that increases my avenues anyway, because I don't get looked at like, I get looked at as a business. Like, he's work. He's coming to work. He's work. He's not, I'm not basing it off of because I'm trying to play this pop star or whatever, because I want all these considered society's role of what's a bad broad, excuse us, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like a curvier than a woman, anything that's not fat, so to speak, in their conversational terms. I don't go by that. Like I enjoy a beautiful BBW, like in her whole body from head to toe. Like, I respect it. I love it. I eat them out in my scenes. Like, some dudes shoot with BBWs, they don't even eat no pussy. Like, what the fuck is up with that? That's some bull motherfucking shit.
Because
nigga, like, what? Come on, man. Is we men? Is we men or is we not?
Look, dudes don't take into account women watch porn a little bit too now. So
right.
As much as we want to see the dick, they want to see the pussy ate.
Yeah.
And me personally, as a talent, I eat the pussy because I know she's gonna be ready when the time the dick come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. And then they be trying to be running into them. Oh, they're not as wet. Oh, they need that. Not, man, you not doing shit. You gotta. Yeah, granted, this is work, but you still are responsible for the turn on. Like, you the man. I just feel, this is me personally. This is opinion based now. I feel you should do these things, you know. Some motherfuckers got the power that don't need it. Like, a woman, you know, this motherfucker upgrade, top of the tier talent, this and that, and she wet out the gate just by looking at the brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that happens too. Like, it's so many different things, but for me personally, I like to make sure I get down there and make it happen.
You know? Yes, Lord. Now I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, it needs to be more.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna tell you what's interesting, because you kind of segue into it. Us as male talents, we kind of got to woo the girl a little bit, especially before the scenes, kind of prepping them, priming them. I'm calling pre-care, what have you. What's some of the things that you do to help the girl relax and get ready for a scene? Because two gambits I want to speak upon. One, you've done the shoot where you ain't talked to this motherfucker, you ain't seen her, you ain't met her, you might not even know who the fuck you shooting with. Versus content, or you had met them.
Got you. Okay. One, the ones I don't know, I try to get by them as soon as I can. You know, reach my hand out high, you know, and talk to them, a little light talk. Hey, you know, you've been in this long. Oh, you know, I want to know right away what they don't like.
Yeah.
I want to know what it is that I should not be doing, that I need to be watching out for, because I'm respectful and I'm a gentleman. And one thing I care about chemistry. I don't care about how long in the time I got to prep to get to know them, or is not no time at all. Like you said, the no time at all, I definitely just try to get a vibe with them. Speak, laugh. I always try to, I'm funny. I'm very like out the gate. I like to laugh, joke, get the person loose. Like, hey, we here to work, but I just show I'm not a creep. I'm not a, because women in the game, rightfully so, they're very wary about who they work with and what type of person they work with. Because with them, even though this work again is vibe still at the end of the day, they want to get paid so to be a professional, but best believe if you came off creepy or weird or something where it's like they're gonna let the other girls know, hey, don't work with him. He's not,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
starts off by not caring. Like this is even though again, at the end of the day, even though this is a job,
Yeah.
I'm such a gentleman because of how my mother raised me. Like I
Mm-hmm.
care about how the woman feels. Like this is
Yeah.
coming from someone that every girl I work with could vouch for. If you ask them, if they throw their clothes on the ground, I'm the one picking it up off the floor for them, folding it, handing it to them, putting it to the side, and they ain't asked me to do nothing. I just like to have like that
Mm-hmm.
perfect scene. Like
Yeah.
because I want a part two, maybe a three. I want them to tell their friends about me. Like I want to work. I want the more you get good work and good opportunities that people allow you to work with them, the more you can possibly grow. Especially if you're doing it alone based. Now
Yeah.
I'm not alone as far as camera crew, camera people and stuff like that. I don't have a camera crew, but I have people I work with and team people that I consider myself a part of to where when
Mm-hmm.
I work it will be considered that way,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty much by myself, and I work mostly with a company called Blush Erotica.
Yeah. Yes, I interviewed the singer, the
The
camera guy.
cinematographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's my
Yeah.
boy right there.
Yeah, 'cause
Now,
I was just looking at the trailer for you and I Love Shauna, and everything. And it was just so sensual and sexy, and
yeah,
and the way it was shot, it draws you in. And to me, that's the other thing that I'm saying that I'm seeing with a lot of these young cats coming in. They don't understand the sensual sex part of this. That that helps the scene sell and actually get you over way more than you just pounding the fuck out of these damn bras for 15 minutes, like you trying to get a quick nut.
right. Very true. Very true. Yeah, they like that sensual stuff too, and
Yeah,
it sells very well because again, you giving different looks.
yeah,
Like people like different stuff, so I think people don't think as much that even when you're in the scene, that you got to switch up the rhythm. You can't just
yeah.
be one.
It's
You can't. Yeah, you can't be one rhythm based.
yeah, it's like I mean, I know you watch pro wrestling. It's like a wrestling match.
Right.
You can't be outside the ring all damn day. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, you got to
Give
get
me
back
some.
in there. Climb
Yeah,
the top ropes. Do
yeah,
something.
because what male talents don't understand this, maybe because I was a producer and male talent. You slow the pace down, one, because you want the scene to last. Two, also, you want them to see how much the dick that these girls are taking. Period.
Hmm.
That's the reason why we do angles and stuff of that nature.
Hmm.
Because you can speak to this yourself. We also have to do mental prep walking onto these sets because we got to think about angles, how we're going to position ourselves in certain positions.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, yeah, we'll go over with a lot of the scenes and women I work with. We'll go over with the cameraman, producer, like, okay, this is what we're doing first. Start this, that, then what positions. We'll even say how many positions. Then we'll even maybe go into them because we're getting a look to where it's based off of the lighting. It's so many different things that can go to it, to get it right. So you want to know. So that way, the reason why we'll go over those things first is so when we're actually shooting, the transitions are smooth because we know what we're doing next.
Mm-hmm.
And that cuts into having the cameraman having to cut the camera off right there at that time if it's something good. You can have smooth transitions, especially with good chemistry between the
Yeah.
people working. So it helps.
Yeah.
It helps with having your content being better and everything. I like doing that first. Sometimes you don't have to. I mean, it's Gonzo. You're going with the flow, whatever, whatever. But I don't mind saying, okay, even if we don't try to position ourselves in the bed, couch, or wherever we're at, we can
Yeah.
say, all right, we can go missionary, all right, from missionary, spooning, from spooning, style, or you're a cowgirl, or a reverse cowgirl. You know what I mean? You can do that too, and just go with the flow from there.
Most definitely, most definitely. So now, with that being said, this is the time of the show that we give the people what they want. Y'all know what it is. This is the time of the show where the pussies go dry and the dicks go limp. Let's talk about the business.
Yeah.
And it's not often I get to talk to a man that works on both sides of the fence. You feel me? So, how often do you shoot?
I shoot in spurts. Sometimes it's often, and I'll have some downtime. But I shoot a lot. Like I'll maybe shoot for sure once every other month. Then sometimes it's back to back months.
Mm-hmm. So,
But I. Mm-hmm.
No, because, like for example, because you do paid gigs, you do your own content.
Mm-hmm.
So now, never even had this conversation with no male talent in this situation. I done talk to people. How do you get your paid gigs?
I get my paid gigs because I get close to the cameramen.
Gotcha.
Usually the cameramen are producers too at times in today's game. So instead of me always being buddy buddy with all the other talents and stuff like that, because I'm not fucked up towards them. I don't have no I like I'm there. A lot of them inspire me and give me motivation. Like that's how I look at it. Like we're all have our own lanes. We're doing this. But if I'm looking at other brothers and other male workers in the game and see what they do, I'm damn sure not looking at them to be like, oh man, I'm better than, or you know what I mean? I look at like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is all I like is motivation, not to copy what I'm seeing, but knowing what that person's doing. Like I maybe not be shooting right now. I'm like, oh, then I see this person just put out some new stuff. Oh man, that's dope. Man, I got to get back at it. Things like that. But yeah, the paid gigs are usually through me knowing the cameraman, and by me having good relationships with cameramen and people who run studios, is how I was able to get a lot of work earlier on and still get work. And then some of the women that I work with, they'll pay me for the scenes like flat out. So I don't own it. They want it for themselves, which makes me feel good too, because that's saying like, oh, okay, like people know that I give good work. But a lot of that came too with, like I say, working with the what I say the how can I say this, like
Take your time.
camera angles, right?
Yeah.
Paying attention to those transitions and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and keeping your arm out the way sometimes.
Yeah.
And like you don't want to over angle wary, but you want to always give good work. Like I always noticed that I've noticed that why I've gotten a lot better, and I'm able to work with mainstream girls and stuff like that, even though I still do a lot of amateur
Yeah.
work.
I'm gonna tell you the funniest shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you what cameramen and producers they love. They ain't paying attention. It's the smallest thing. You take, okay, you at the camera angle, she giving you head. She doesn't have it in a ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Some motherfuckers will take the camera hand, the hand that's close to the camera, and they'll move the hair. Right?
No, you're not. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that because you're
take the
cutting off.
other
You
hand.
take the left. Yeah, so if you're on my right side with the camera, I'm taking my left hand. If I take my right hand, my whole arm and everything is gonna be in the damn way of the shot.
Yes, and see, That's like I was telling the girl, and we had this conversation with a couple of the ladies that I talked to. It's not the female talent; it's that director and that producer you got to pay attention to because they're watching. They're watching how you interact with the girl. They watch how you is on set. They watch how you are on camera. Mm-hmm. And the telltales, whether they bring you back, is just a little detail, just the little details. The little details. They look at it like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between an AVN award-winning motherfucker and a motherfucker that won't see that shit because they don't think about the little detail. That's why I said the mental aspect of this business is serious.
Because you know why, V? You know what they're doing? They're personal fucking.
Yeah.
All that personal fucking, like here's my thing. I don't mind it because I was always taught there's a couple second law. Like if you're working it, getting yourself right, you get your properly, your edge going all the way you need it when you're penetrating and stuff like that. Then you make sure I'm always knowing where the cameraman is. I'm always like, I know he's usually going to get those angles and do movements himself or herself. But I always angle, I always an angle. So if you're to my left side and I got the girl doggy style, I'm gonna angle my left hip back and my right hip forward a little bit. That way you can see a little more of the penetration versus me being straight directly behind her, fully just directly like legs to legs directly behind her. Now you're like, I mean, depending on where the cameraman is, but it's not always that's good for your tripod shit.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Like I say, everybody likes to shoot different ways. Right,
because you came in what year?
2017.
2017. So you came in still under the old school ways of how you're supposed to film.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood told us how we supposed to film. What ended up happening to everybody, OnlyFans started jumping in, motherfuckers use their cell phone.
That's what happened.
Yeah, because it was a point that you get laughed at if you put the shit on a tripod.
Right, yeah.
To be honest with you, got laughed at. They didn't even call you pro-am, they just said you amateur.
Right. And that's the thing I used to tell people, and I had to learn. And I learned this off of asking different women, sex workers. And I would ask a bunch of them. And because of how I seen the transition in the now, and then just seeing the social media altogether, especially Twitter.
Hey, do you enjoy the pro wrestling punditry that we've given you on Pilgrim Bond Wrestling? Well, guess what? You can get some extra pro wrestling punditry, as well as a deeper dive into pro wrestling. I'm talking about Pro Wrestling Smoke, a premium podcast on the premium smoke room on the lounge for $4.99 a month. One of 5 podcasts that you get to enjoy, and I'm talking about weekly. So subscribe to the premium smoke room and check out Pro Wrestling Smoke, where me and Billy, we gets it in and we discuss and debate different topics from the prettiest and the best looking belt of all time to modern wrestling, the territory days, old school, what have you. He's the history, I'm the modern. So subscribe for $4.99 a month to the premium smoke room and check out Pro Wrestling Smoke. Now, smoke that over. Okay, yeah, something just happened with my data. It just went out, so sometimes we've been happy as it goes out. I just punch back in. We back from commercial break. Right. Shit, so where were we at?
We was the angles. We're talking about so the whole this is exactly where we were at. I was saying that when I got in and a little time went by, once I noticed the traffic from the OnlyFans people and how they did their thing, I had to ask other women, sex workers, the difference between male talent and content creator, male content creator. What's going on by this new flurry of people? They're somehow try to add in male talent content, mix it up. When I had to ask, are these two different things, or is this all just the same shit, different wording? Like, and they're saying no, it's two different things. A content creator is not male talent. I say it's part of it based off of the inability or not taking the route of working under higher pressure where you're on as cameraman, or you know what I mean, and things like that going on, and not having the ability to perform as they would just with that girl in the comfort of that space without, you know, production, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I from the conversation I had, and me being a vet, being in it since 2006, this is how I look at it. If your ass don't go get a TTS test or get tested, shoot in front of a camera, shoot with lighting, shoot as if you are a fucking studio that's working in fucking Hollywood. You're a fucking content creator. Please get the fuck out of my business. Stay on your side of the fence. Don't come over here. Unless you're about to be serious. Because the pressure is different. Because POV, fuck that. They ain't but so much pressure. Tripod, that no. Cameraman. And then in your situation, you're on set. So you gotta add the cameraman, the director, the boom mic. Yes, I've been on a set before. What else? You might have the makeup artist sitting over there with the stylist is over there, and then it might have two other people they got to shoot with. They over there watching, and you on a time schedule. You feel what I'm saying? You know, period. And us as men, we have to keep it hard and pop on cue.
Yep.
You see, because when you on the level of pro-am, that pop shot, you can get away with popping quick, possibly. Ain't no big deal. You can do too. But you on the big, you ain't go to Hollywood. No. You have to pop on cue. You got to hold that bitch.
Right, you better hold that motherfucker. That's your money. That's your money.
They ain't trying to fake that bitch. No.
You're going to have to give it up.
Yeah, there's such thing called the white list.
No bullshit.
No bullshit. The white list. You go to the white list, you don't get much work. See,
they gonna write you off.
Yes. How the fuck I know this? Cause I do this, motherfuckers. I just don't I walk it, bro. Yeah. So with that, you've been running your own company and everything. So we're gonna move to that real quick. It's not easy.
No.
It's not easy. It's from the monies, the up and downs, the whole nine, the market promotion, editing, finding girls and everything. Speak to what the people don't see that we have to go through to see that shit sell.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Let me see what route I want to go. I ain't even going to, so I'm going to get right into it. First of all, you got to sit and watch all that shit, then to edit. But then what is it in? Is it in 4K? Do you got to dim that down to 1080? Like, what are you doing? Are you going to upload? Then the uploading, the long hours it takes, the editing you're doing, then you're putting it on different platforms. And you got to upload there, and you got to pay attention to so many different things. Oh, then you got pirating, where you upload on your platforms for people to buy your stuff. Then they turn around and put it on a tube site for free somewhere and wherever the fuck overseas, where you got to try to get that shit taken down so it don't hurt your money. And it's everywhere, all over the place. And there's so much more that goes into it. I mean, you got to create the trailers. You gotta listen to everything. I mean, especially if you got content where You have to do hard editing. Then sometimes you might run into a problem where you might have to color correct something. Then you got to send that through something else and then come back and then add that in and re-edit everything again. It's just so much that goes into it after the sex and all that. It's not easy. Don't
No.
come into this shit if you think that this is gonna be some type of free ride and you ain't gonna work. Your ass gonna have to work hard, or else you're gonna find out real fast you don't belong here.
Yeah. It brings the butter from the duck. Now,
Yeah, it really does. It really does. But I for myself personally, I like the old school. See, I like to be around people who was here before I was here. So, and a lot of those veterans that been in the game, they in the DVD era, they were like no different than when music was when you needed to be able to get known from this producer, this company, for us to even hear who the fuck you are.
yeah,
The porn days were like that too. It wasn't no we're
yeah.
just doing this shit and we're gonna it wasn't like that. It was like West Coast Production and these other companies and if and we had all these on independent black companies, but it was very small. It was a lot smaller circle.
There was a lot of gatekeeping strongly
Super
because
strong.
because even to the point that the pro-am guys was basically prepping you girls for niggas like cardio for the main level, period. Because the first thing like I talked to my man used to talk to Gavor. First thing he asks is, okay, how is she on set? How is she on camera? She know how to work, period. Because they used to use the middle guy like us, because we'll find the girls. And they used to grade them, period. And then, like I said, even as a male talent, oh man, it was hard as fuck to get Hollywood.
I imagine too. Especially for them. Especially for them.
You had to be brought the fuck in. It was no you.
Right. And I can tell because when I came in, I can tell a lot of that was over with, but it was still the cloud of dust still settling a little bit, if you will, when I came in. Because the brothers that paved the way before me that were here, yourself included, y'all made it easier for people like me to be able to get to work and do the work that I'm doing now. You know what I mean? And I acknowledge that,
Coming to a friend, I'm sitting here laughing. I'm looking at your page. I said, this motherfucker got a clips for sale store. Thank you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like clips for sale's cool too. That was the first one I had before I even went to Mini.
Yeah, tell me, I'm going to ask you a question. Tell me you ain't mad like me that they took away that membership site.
Yeah, they had one.
That was my money right there, man. That was my
money. Yeah, but you see how they do? They don't know whose revenue they fucking with by making these moves. But since it's the company, it's like, all right, well, we just gonna do this. Now y'all fucking with people money, man. There's no, and the cold part is because you're the company, there's no get back. It's like, hey, if you ain't, and I get it. Like, I respect business. This here's a business. Like, it don't work on feelings. I do get it, but it's like, damn, man, you don't hit a motherfucker pockets.
I'm saying, man, it'd be killing me, bro. It'd be fucking killing me. Because it was like, when they took it away, I was like, people got clips, but they wanted to get memberships. And that was with my fan base, period. And it's like ever since OnlyFans got hot, everybody now try to do the OnlyFans routine technique. Period. So that's why I said, regardless of the fact, it's going back to where I came in. You ain't shit unless you got a standalone site. Because they don't fuck with them. They don't, you can shit, piss, whatever you want on your standalone shit, they don't give a fuck.
Right. Because that's your shit.
Yeah. So it's getting to that point now because to me, I think they're trying to boot a lot of the boy girl shit off of those platforms. So think about it. OnlyFans, their paperwork is not even 2257. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And when people think about that, 2257 is a government given paperwork, motherfucker, and they said, fuck that, nah. So now I got to go through, see, that what I'm saying?
And
We can talk about that.
And most of the women are on OnlyFans, so they have one. Like some women I know ain't with you at all if you don't have an OnlyFans. You not, you can be the best talent in the world. No OnlyFans, no scene.
And that is
So
crazy, yo.
I don't make the rules. I'm like, hey, if this, I don't want, because I'm not the one to sit up here try to put up the fight and the argument. Like, oh well, why? You know what? Let me go on and make this thing. And I'm one of the talents where I don't even really utilize it like that because even though I like to shoot, I'm like talent. So I'm not doing a lot of self work, if you will. You know, I'm not putting up a lot of solo scenes and no stuff like that. Like, and no knock to the people who are like they're getting that money and they're getting paid and they're getting paid well, and fuck whoever got something to say. Like, see, I'm not a hater. You know what I mean? Like, I know it. I know the business how it is because I look at this as a business. I didn't come in this to critique other people for what they're doing. I just know what I'm doing and what I'm not finna do. And as long as I respect other people, they're gonna respect mine, you know, and that's how I kind of feel about it. But yeah, man, I don't really use the OnlyFans platform like that because I feel as a male, especially a talent, you need to be doing a lot to keep that platform running well the way it should, so you can get paid as you should and deserve to.
But see, to me, OnlyFans only benefited the women anyway. You get what I'm coming from?
That's how I feel. That's why I don't really use it.
Me, I'm the kind of person I came from. I might give you something weekly, but I ain't about to give you shit daily because it's quality over quantity.
Right.
You feel me? Because I tell people this: I make money in my sleep because I give them good fucking quality.
Right. Same here. I wake up getting paid.
Yeah, it feels good. You get a check and the goddamn deposit in your account. You forgot that you had that site.
Right, no bullshit. Like, I forgot.
Take it. I did make it. I did now.
Right. Thank you, goddammit. I'll take it.
So I gotta ask you this because you being at the level that you are as male talent, the females that you work with, your criteria of who you work with is going to be different than a content creator or even a dude that's mid-level because facts, you on a different level than most. You ain't that 1% of dudes that's getting it in this game. You getting it on the paid side as well as the content side. So now your shit's a little bit more pressure when it comes to the type of girls you work with, because let's be fucking frank, they do look at that. They do look at that. And I make that very clear, fellas. Let me say this again. The producers do look at the girls y'all do fuck on camera, whether or not they want to book you or not. So I'm just gonna shut up and let this man speak, because you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so there's this quiet thing that nobody talks about things like that. Like, if you just want to shoot with anybody, don't care how they look, don't care about what that scene look like, especially if we're talking about the talent.
Yeah.
If y'all trying to be talent, you gotta really be cautious of the type of people you work with, because if people and producers see that you just work with anybody, you don't care, and some of the women don't like to see that you just will work with anything. That turns them off. 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna work with you. And if they do, you're gonna get charged more of their regular rate, and you ain't gonna know it because their rate is their rate, and you can't argue that. And that's just a fact, Jack. I ain't make it. That's just how the game goes. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't make the game. We just here to play it. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Like you not right. The women are right. You wrong. That's just how this game go. So you gotta move a certain way in this business if you care about your brand and your reputation. Now, if you want them, I don't give a fuck. It's gonna be a super short career because it's
Yes.
easy to get your ass up out of here when it comes to this game. Make no mistake. You can be here today on top, do some bullshit, and watch
Out.
how them numbers crumble.
Out.
Out
Because
the
and
door.
you can speak to this right here, and I said this. As much as people think that Hollywood porn industry is progressive, no, people is conservative as fuck.
Mm-hmm. It's super conservative.
Conservative as fuck. Because you got a bunch of old motherfuckers that's running this bitch that still think of the Playboy days.
Mm-hmm. Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
and that's facts. That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Super
Because
fast.
trust me, when OnlyFans got made that news, I know them motherfuckers partied like it was 1999. They were popping champagne and everything.
No bullshit. Duh. Hey man, and that's true because and then for me, I do I have a lot of interracial content.
Yeah.
Because too, one has to also know I'm on the West. It's super dominated that way.
Yeah.
You know, it's super big out here. Like I would say it is in Florida, in my opinion. But just more because out west is just I don't know, it's big. The market for interracial content out west is ridiculous. And I have a lot of that, a lot of everything, but just knowing the percentage of the paid shoots I got are interracial.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 out here.
But let's keep it real. It's the
Mm-hmm.
money maker of the industry. People think I'm joking when I say that shit. No.
Yeah.
If it's interracial, that runs the gambit. Especially black dude, big dick fucking white woman, money.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to see it. They want more, and they want it to keep on coming down the pipeline. Like keep it coming.
Yeah, it used not to be that way. Just like I did a episode talking about the death of black porn. You know, because it used to be a time where black porn was a moneymaker, but then when society turned, and I tell everybody, it's funny that with the 50 Shades of Grey, that book did more damage than people realize because it killed the black porn. Because think about it, in technology, because a lot of the top companies that were selling DVDs back then, think about Black Ice.
Right.
Production. God, what's the other one? Black Market. All them that was like the Base of Angels, Heat Wave.
Yeah, Heat Wave, Base of Angels, West Coast Production. Yeah, all them.
You kept the all black cat now. Shit.
Yeah, like you would see all those all black orgies and shit like that from the days of Cherokee and Pinky and all them. And so many other veterans and pioneers of the game, these women that paved the way for these other women to do what they do, you know, and so many of them, Laura Jensen's and so on. It's a lot of these women that been here during the time when it was way different, where like some of these women are still here from when it was in the VHS. You dig?
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir. Still hanging on now, goddammit. It's some still around from the VHS days and on to the DVD to where we at now. And they got their whole little Twitter profile and they still doing their thing. Then some people retired and stayed in the game, but they just went behind the camera.
Yeah.
Which is dope too.
Yeah, because I tell people this is a business that you don't have to retire from. It's just parts of it you just don't do anymore. You know,
right.
Because with I said I did 15 motherfucking years. I saw when it went from girls saying, "No, fuck doing content. I want to get paid to." Can I get a male talent? There's a male talent anywhere.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy how it is now. So much. It's a big buffet now. It's like one big gumbo pot of, especially on Twitter, because it's so much. I mean, if you follow a lot of different stuff, whether it's OnlyFans, models, or hot wives, or milfs, these different.
So like this, I'm gonna ask you this real quick. Then, what do you look for in a co-star? What do you look for in a female that you work with? What you got to bring to the table? Take away the looks and the booty. Of course, we know that's facts, but I know it's more to that than just
a good attitude. A good attitude to take me a long way. If I know she's there and she happy to be there and she knowing, hey, I'm working with you and we're talking like, oh yeah, cool. That just does it for me alone, because we're professional here, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if people ever consider this, but there's a possibility that sometimes when these people go to work on set, like, it's no different than the fight game, whether you're boxing or MMA, some people have a bad day under those bright lights, right?
Yeah.
So I say that to say this, right? Some people can go through something, be upset, but then they have to come to work that day because they're not trying to cancel on them. Yeah. So they go into work and have to throw whatever attitude they have out the door and have to fix themselves to come to work, perform, and help it change their mood while they're on set, and try to switch that mode off of being upset for either sex, whether it's a woman too. Yeah. She could have had a situation going on, because of what people don't know. A lot of these women have husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends. They got relationships. Some do, some don't. The good majority of them do. And they can have an issue where they're coming on set, and I've seen a girl come on set crying a boyfriend before, and I'm talking to her, making her laugh, cheering her up, telling her it's okay, and trying to let her know, based off of what she was letting me know, that the dude was going nowhere, based on how I know we operate as men.
Yeah.
And rest assured, you know what I mean? But it helped because I'm there to work, but I care about, I'm one of them type of men that I like the vibe on set. The girl was hella cool, and I felt like, hey, she was opening up and speaking, and it helped. And she was thanking me that, hey, for listening, and it helped have an awesome scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because sometimes we use this to escape.
Right.
Because it allows me to focus just on the shoot, doing the scene. I ain't got to worry about the argument that I had with the girlfriend before I got here, the bills. I get to work. Wherever it's content, I'm getting paid.
Right. And you got to humanize these people. You know what I mean? These people, and me included, like, we're you see what you see. Granted, that's one thing, but a lot of these people are mothers. They got stuff they're going through. They're struggling. They struggle with. A lot of these women and some men came up abused, going through shit. Reclaiming the shit that they've been through. Through their sex work. Like, it's so much that go on. Like, these are some of the, even when they don't believe it, but sex workers, the women, I always tell them how much they're superheroes to me, because the stuff they endure.
Yes, brother.
And you know what I'm trying to say? And that they go through and put up with, a lot of people don't know, because they're there for the jack off, buying the content. They love it. Like, don't get me wrong, they want the money, pay them. Go buy all your favorite models content today. Buy it all, buy a boatload, buy a boat, make them happy, do something good, but Yeah, things like that. Like I notice a lot of women go through a lot of fucking shit. So to be able to come and do work and like they do a lot, like they got to do a lot to
Yeah.
prepare. You know, there's so
And
much that go on to it.
and the thing of it is and because we've been going out this piece. I
Right.
got to bring you back, bro. Damn it, I got to bring you back. We didn't touch on, man. I know we're gonna chop it up, but this is the thing they don't think about. They already know they're gonna have to fuck your ass. The key with us is to make the fuck pleasurable.
Right. I agree.
That what it comes down to, because they know what they coming there for. So now, just like we got to put the shit to the side and do all that shit, it's the same thing for them. So when they step in there, they already know they gotta suck a dick. She might have a hurt fucking tooth. But damn it, if you make it pleasurable, it's like I tell dudes, I'm like, yeah, she needs help putting on her clothes. Help her put on her clothes. She need help lotioning up. Lotion up. Don't sit there and lotion her up like you trying to fuck her. No, you lotion her up.
Right.
She like, he ain't even trying to touch the pussy. He done went around it and everything.
Right. Be a gentleman. Like show that professional
restraint.
I agree.
Yeah, because it makes them want you even more. See, that's why I tell people, guys, you got to woo her. You're not wooing her to fuck her off camera. That ain't what it is. See, a lot of these motherfuckers, they use this shit to get pussy because you can't get pussy any other way. And I'm sorry, a lot of you fuckers are lames. I tell girls this: there's the 1%, the 1% of the cool kids. The rest of them are lames. You can smell them. And just because he got good dick doesn't mean that he's not a lame. No, he's a lame. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you got to woo her for her to get the best out of the camera. Period. That's why I say you always walking in the door getting damn pussy. All you got to do is just make it pleasurable, the experience.
Exactly.
And if you do that, you get paid gigs. You get more gigs. You get more girls going to want to talk about you because we know what girls talk about. They ain't asking about the scene. Was he good on set? Was the dick good? The pussy.
Right.
That's somebody say.
Yeah, they're going to know. I agree.
Comes up. Stop playing. Stop playing. I'm just saying. Somebody, we can really keep it real on this motherfucker, dog. I love it, man. Oh, shit.
I wouldn't want it any other way. I love it, you know?
Yeah, but look, I'm going to have to bring you back for real, man.
I appreciate it, man.
And definitely get you on, you and Marie Daly together.
Yeah, have me on again. Let me know. I would definitely love to come back.
She let you know because y'all live out there together, man. And when I come to Vegas, we got to chop it up for real, get some drinks.
Yeah, we definitely will. I'll show you around.
No doubt. So with that being said, tell everybody where they can spend money on you, my brother.
Man, you can come see me at Minivids, chriscardio.minivids.com, and go check out. That's where most of my content is. On Clips for Sale. You can follow me on Twitter at CStylesXXX. Hit me up there. Follow me there. Click the link. Click on my Clips for Sale. Click on my mini vids. I got over 109 going on 110 videos there. I'm about to upload another one tonight, which will make it 110 videos on there just for me. I caught on late, but I'm moving. And I appreciate everything, brother. Thank you for the opportunity up here on the show. It was fun. I want to come back. We're going to do it again.
Well, you heard it. I got another smoke buddy. And yeah, we're going to bring him back. Y'all going to get to hear him in the premium smoke room for $4.99 a month. We're talking about 6 premium podcasts you get to listen to weekly with new episodes weekly. And all you paying is $4.99 a month. So with that being said, you know how we end this all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you didn't learn anything? Smoke this over. Thanks for coming to the lounge, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.